Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we have some pretty interesting news to go over. The gameplay, of course, is Call of Duty World War II, because honestly, that's all I've been playing as of recently, and I also really like the juxtaposition of having a classic game like this be the visual, while we talk about the outlandish stuff that's been happening to the Call of Duty franchise currently. So the big news today is Activision is about to expose themselves, man. Like, I think I might understand the reason why they're doing it, but I ultimately think it's going to expose just how bad Call of Duty is really doing. If you guys haven't heard, it was leaked a couple of weeks ago that Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, the newer ones, are going to be taken off of the Call of Duty HQ. This means that they'll no longer be tied to their current game or to Warzone, and instead they will become their own standalone games and have their own standalone downloads. All of that was found within the game files during the Black Ops 6 Season 4 Reloaded update, and now today, both of those games got a new update on PlayStation. Here we can see from Charlie Intel, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 should be separated from the Call of Duty HQ app soon. New updates for both the games, including separate listings, have appeared in the PlayStation Store backend per PlayStation size. I don't think Activision really understands just how badly this is going to hurt them, because without the Call of Duty HQ being propped up by Black Ops 6, Warzone, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3 all together, all combined, those numbers are going to drop down significantly. If they do this update before Black Ops 7 comes out, all the Call of Duty HQ is going to consist of is Black Ops 6 and Warzone, and so when Circana does their player count reports, Call of Duty is going to have to get by solely off the merit of Black Ops 6 and Warzone alone, and I would not be surprised whatsoever if it slid down those rankings significantly, or at the very least, if they started to lose to Fortnite each and every week without fail. This change also likely means that Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 content are going to be completely removed from Warzone, like taking away all the operators, all of your skins, all your weapons, all your blueprints, your emblems, your calling cards, your charms, everything. And of course, that would be a massive cash grab move by Activision, but we're going to talk more about that here in just a little bit. So as we all know, Call of Duty has been going through a rough patch throughout the entirety of the Black Ops 6 lifecycle. It's not so much just the game itself, like I think the core game is actually pretty okay, it's just everything else on top of it, as well as the culmination of years of manipulation and lies and skill-based matchmaking and everything else, and finally, the community just got fed up. That's what I truly believe caused the downfall of Black Ops 6, not so much just the game itself, although Treyarch have not really been doing themselves any favors this year. One of the biggest problems is the Activision shills and the Call of Duty fanboys in general will say that the game is doing just fine, you know. They're always going to point to these Circana numbers and say, man, look, it beat out Fortnite a couple of weeks ago. Call of Duty is still doing fantastic, yet they always conveniently forget the fine print at the very bottom there. Call of Duty HQ encompasses 3 full-fledged Call of Duty games, so no matter what people are doing on those games, they count as a metric for Activision, whether they're playing the campaign, multiplayer, zombies, co-op, DMZ, Spec Ops, any of it, and then on top of that, they have the entirety of Warzone just combining everything together. When they do all that, it makes COD look pretty good. It would be like if Madden were allowed to combine the player counts from their past 4 games all together instead of having to use each one individually. It's a cheap tactic that allows Activision to look better than they actually are, because the ultimate goal is to always look good to their shareholders. The problem is, the Call of Duty HQ is so damn bloated now, man. Like 4 full games all into one, taking up like 400, 500 gigs of space, and even if you only install certain games, the file sizes are just absolutely massive, which you can't tell me that's not intentional by Activision. Like having each COD title being like 150 plus gigs, like I genuinely think they intentionally make sure everything is as big as possible so it takes up as much space as possible, therefore you don't have enough space on your console or your PC hard drives to properly play other games, right? I definitely think that's something that Activision did very intentionally, and I also think the reason why they're going to be getting rid of Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 from the HQ is they're going to try to streamline the entire application, just to have Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7, and Warzone, and just run things that way, with Modern Warfare 2 and 3 becoming their own standalone games, kind of like Vanguard, Cold War, and Modern Warfare 2019. Well, regardless of what happens, I think this is going to be really interesting, because one of the main sources of information that we can use outside of Circana is Steam charts, and on there, Black Ops 6 has been failing miserably. Just looking at the numbers at a glance here, the negative trends are freaking wild, like losing 44% of the launch players during the month of December, during freaking Christmas for crying out loud, is insane, and then losing including 34% more of the remaining players that next month, 11% of those remaining players the month after that, 18% more the month after that. It was absolutely terrible until they relaunched Verdansk, which of course brought players back for a bit, but in the current day, only about 1/3 of the community is still playing Black Ops 6, Warzone, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3 combined. The same trends can be seen on this chart from Exclusive Ace, which shows that 40% of the player base left 4 months after the game's life cycle, and I know that number has continued to go down. Like, Call of Duty does not magically just gain a ton of new players in the summertime. They don't just release something like Season 4 Reloaded or Season 5 and then suddenly see a massive influx of new players, because at that point, the game is essentially just in maintenance mode. Folks are tired of the game. They are burnt out. They are basically just sat there waiting for the new Call of Duty title. So if they really do decide to do this, if they really take Modern Warfare 2 and 3 off the Call of Duty HQ, those numbers are going to continue to go down, because all that will be left is the corpse of Black Ops 6. Now, speaking of Black Ops 6 and to a lesser extent corpses, today it was revealed that yet another crossover will be coming to the game. Did I not call it when I said that they were going to take literally any crossover promotion they can possibly get? They lost so much money with the amount of people quitting the game this year that they need to pad out their numbers by having as many promotions and bundles in the game as possible, but at least this time around, it sort of fits the game, right? The crossover is I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's a movie that's coming out soon, and it's also based on the original movie that came out in 1997. Now, I'm not promoting or endorsing crossover events, but this is already so much better than the bullshit we've been seeing recently. Freaking American Dad, like a bunch of cartoon skins coming to the game from a show that premiered in 2005. It makes zero sense whatsoever. What we see with I Know What You Did Last Summer is something from the 90s. It's not a cartoon. It's not a freaking Ninja Turtle or a furry costume or a dinosaur, and it's sort of akin to when we saw those 80s crossovers back in Black Ops Cold War, or even the Halloween stuff that we've seen in previous games. Does it fit the Call of Duty franchise and the Black Ops universe perfectly? Of course not, but at least it's better than the stuff they've been releasing lately that completely caters the entire freaking game to children. Now, getting back to the idea of Activision exposing themselves, it turns out BlameTruth exposed the holy hell out of them in his video yesterday. If you guys didn't catch it, I'll put a link to it down there in the description. This is something that we all kind of knew about, but I think a lot of us forgot about it, right? So definitely big kudos to him for remembering this. And what we're talking about is what happened when we were going from Modern Warfare 3 into Black Ops 6. We just come off a year of having carry forward, right? And so fans are wondering if there was going to be carry forward from Modern Warfare 3 into Black Ops 6, and Activision said no, absolutely no carry forward. And do you guys remember that? Like, we're all thinking to ourselves, it's the same game, it's on the same engine, it's in the same application, the Call of Duty HQ. Why don't our skins, camos, and XP tokens carry forward as well? It turns out they easily could have. Here's an image you can see of Rocket from Modern Warfare 3 being used in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and they eventually caved in and added the XP tokens from the previous games because they essentially got glitched into the game. But initially, Activision said no. They said no carry forward, and here was their reasoning. And before we get into this, I can say I understand why people would maybe not want the goofy skins from Modern Warfare 3 being put into Black Ops 6 at launch, especially having modern stuff in a game set in the 90s, but that's exactly what Activision wants you to think. So here's what they said. We want to make sure that everybody starts fresh, together, as we move into an all-new experience with the launch of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, allowing everyone to experience the Black Ops universe the way it's meant to be played, learning the era-specific weapons and gear, learning the gameplay innovations like Omni movement, and keeping that signature Black Ops style is important. Like, holy shit, guys. I guess they didn't consider that half the player base would be quitting the game because of their stupid-ass matchmaking system, their horrible weapon balance, their horrible spawns, the egregious crossovers, the $30 black cells, the $30 shop bundles, the paid event tracks, and the completely mute developers. One of the saddest things about Black Ops 6 for me, and I'm sure for many of you guys as well, is I have completely lost faith in Treyarch. They are no longer the Treyarch that we once knew. These are not the same people who made Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Hell, they're not the same people that made Black Ops 3 or 4 or even freaking Cold War. They don't talk. They don't communicate. Updates are few and far between, and when they do finally come out, they are always barren and devoid of any kind of proper content. It's just freaking embarrassing, man. Like, I wonder what Activision Activision is going to do from here. Like, will Black Ops 7 have carry forward? Do they plan for the game to have all the crazy cartoon characters like right there from day one? Or will they get rid of carry forward and give us another bullshit excuse like they gave us last year? On top of that, how will those player numbers look once Modern Warfare 2 and 3 are taken off of the Call of Duty HQ? Also, how do they even plan to market Black Ops 7 considering nobody's excited for it and everything about that game is nearly 2 months delayed? With the new Call of Duty HQ and them getting rid of Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, how many more fans are going to quit the series because they're going to take away all their stuff, with the idea being you're going to buy all the new shit, right? Like, they do that every single time. Every year they give us like this reset where they say, this is a brand new game. You guys need to enjoy the new game and the dark, gritty universe and everything, and that's why the in-game rewards are terrible, and that's why we're not letting you carry forward all of your stuff. They do that intentionally. They essentially just want a hard reset on the game every single year so that the stuff that you purchased and the stuff that you earned are now null and void, and you have to repurchase and re-unlock all the new stuff into the newer game, right? Warzone historically was always like the one respite for that. Like, stuff that you purchased back in Modern Warfare 2 or stuff that you earned maybe during like the Halloween event could still be used in Warzone to this day. Well, that's all going away here soon, ladies and gentlemen, because once again, Activision needs to cash in on everything they possibly can. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be really interesting to follow all of this for sure, and as always, I'll keep you guys posted as soon as we learn more, but for right now, I'm just content to continue playing Call of Duty World War II and all of the older games, because you know what? Those are real Call of Duty games, and not that bullshit that Activision is peddling now. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this news update video here today. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Be sure to sub if you're new around here. Thank you so much for listening and for your continued support of my channel, and until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.